Welcome to the Cycle Awareness Wednesdays. Last week, we were talking about one of the cycle phase, which is menstrual cycle phase. And that is in our first video you can find on our YouTube channel. Yes, we have one. Today, we decided with Sarah to go and speak more about the next phase, which follows after the menstrual phase. And that's called follicular phase. It's exactly when your actually bleeding ends.
So just so you know, in this videos, Ines will be the one who will be talking about the hormones and just explaining what is actually happening inside the body. And I will be the one who will just walk you through like how is this looking in your day-to-day living and how it's affecting your life, your lifestyle, your business. So Ines, tell us more about like what is really actually happening in this phase.
Yes, sure, with pleasure. This is when your hormones are still in a quiet phase, just when your period has finished. Sarah, have you noticed that when your period's about like ending or is finished, your energy has coming back? Is all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, okay, I'm back. Do you resonate with that, ladies?
Yeah.
Do you resonate?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely experienced that. So why is that exactly?
All right, I was expecting you to ask me this question. Basically, in the brain, there are chemical reactions happening which are kicking off the process of your hormones to rise, and also some of your eggs to mature in preparation for release. There will be only one magical one releasing, but it's just forming in this follicular phase till your ovulation phase when it's ready. And this is the perfect time when you are feeling more in tune with new things, new beginnings, new formations. So therefore, as the egg is also forming and maturing, and just before it's being released, and it also promotes your uterine lining to start thickening, to create this house for the egg to embed, just in case there's a pregnancy happening. So yeah.
So tell us a bit more about like what is estrogen and how does it affect us?
Absolutely. So, estrogen actually is my favorite hormone. It's the master hormone that gives us the energy, gives the shiny skin, and also keeps our hormones up. Like, for example, happy hormone, the serotonin up. That's why we start to feel a lot lighter, happier. Everything's more positive. Everything is like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, why not? So this is my favorite phase, actually. I don't know about you, but it also, what I noticed when estrogen arises, your appetite goes lower. It's kind of this being in love hormone is rising. So you start to feel less appetite and your metabolism is also a bit slower. So therefore you're not craving for your food as much. And it's all to do with your hormones.
It's so interesting, right? And now we see that estrogen is super important, but as with many things, too much of it can lead to challenges, right?
Yeah. Tell me about it. So there are many factors that can affect this. In many cases, for example, I have experience working with ladies. Most of the cases, the ladies have high estrogen, so estrogen dominance, unfortunately, and that was including myself. Even you probably wouldn't see appearing as much on a outside level, but internally the hormonal imbalances were present in my body, simply because when I bleed, I see and I feel the pain and everything was happening there, but it's not the case anymore. So first thing, when in case there is an estrogen dominance, it can be addressed, but there are many factors that affect this. And you definitely first need to start to think about elimination process in the luteal phase, especially to excrete this estrogen out, because estrogen is like kind of like everywhere. It's producing internally, but also you can get from the outside. So avoiding the chemicals, avoiding all that can potentially mimic the estrogen production. So And there you can do some magic with food as well. So you can increase phytoestrogen foods that mimic estrogen into your body, and it allows your body to produce less of it. That's how I tricked my estrogen. I know exact times when I will eat those phytoestrogens and when to stop and when to increase them again. And symptoms have reduced, including like hot flushes before period starts.
That's amazing. And it's so interesting how many things we can do ourselves to balance the hormonal imbalances. And this is something that we will go much more into depth in our Back to Balance Academy for Women programs and courses and workshops. So if this is something that you want to learn more about, make sure to stay tuned.
Yes, absolutely. So Sarah, tell us how this feels and affects our daily life.
So as you said already, this phase really like feels like a fresh start. We have like all the energy in the body, we feel lighter. And this is really the time to get into action. So also in our business, in our lives, with like all the projects, the ideas that we have, now is the time that we go out and do them. And it's, it's really like a no excuse phase. We have this drive and this motivation to bring these things forward. So it's really like, if you have an idea, if you have a project, if you have a wish that you want to pursue, now it's really the time to just go for it and take that leap forward. And for us women, this is really like the phase where we kind of can embrace this healthy masculine energy to help us move forward and bring things into action.
Yes. So how can we use this energy for this phase?
So we can really use this internal push of energy to make this step out of our comfort zone, to take this leap of faith and do the things that, you know, before maybe we've been too scared to do, or, you know, even if we don't know exactly all the steps in the journey where this is going to lead us, just taking the first step and allowing ourselves to go bigger and create what we want to bring into our lives.
Exactly. Isn't this beautiful? This is exactly what we are doing. So both of us right now are in follicular phase. We are happy and excited to launch our workshop. Actually, it's happening already tomorrow. So we both can't wait. So we were both excited and fired already. So yes. So this week we are full into the action mode and taking advantage of this energy and what this phase can bring it to us. And it only can happen if we have followed through the steps into the previous phases, because everything has to come in a balance, because it happens in a cyclical rotation. That's if somewhere there is an error, something will crash on the following phase. Just saying. It's not the case always, but I experienced that for myself. This is my personal experience.
Yes, absolutely. And I can agree. And it's so crucial for to really do in every phase what we need to do, because we women, especially if we're like working in business or like in general, like we want to be like all the time in this action mode and full on and do everything and without stopping. So, but that means that sooner or later we will lose the energy. We will empty ourselves out, our energy reserve. So that's why it's so important to really build it phase by phase and rest in the menstrual phase, so that then you can emerge with this new energy and the drive. So if you are a female entrepreneur who is really like done with losing days and your precious time with every month, you know, like feeling overwhelmed with what you want to do, lacking the energy, feeling anxious when your period is approaching, and just like feeling you cannot handle and everything, and you're always lacking time, you're always lacking the energy, we really invite you to join us tomorrow for the workshop, Business Success in Partnership with Your Cycle, where we're gonna talk about more in depth how you can align your work, your activities in business with every cycle, with every phase in the cycle, so that you can really lead and create in your full feminine flow. So it's happening tomorrow, Thursday, 14th of October at 7 p.m. UK time. That's 8 p.m. Central European time, and
11 a.m. PST time.
Thank you.
2 p.m. EST tomorrow.
Awesome.
Anyways, yes, you can double check with us. When is it? How can I get a link? We are here to help. So let's see you tomorrow over Zoom for the workshop, and we will also see you in the next week when we are on our ovulation phase. You can check us out. Okay, bye-bye.
Awesome. Ciao.